Hume's going to give us some reason to doubt how sure we actually are about the relationship of cause and effect. And this is the case because, he says, it's not a relationship of ideas. It's only a matter of fact that cause and effect actually happens, and so that individual instances of cause and effect we can only know about via experience. And so we only know when one billiard ball hits another one on the pool table that that second billiard ball that gets hit is going to keep going because we've seen motion like this before, right? We haven't necessarily seen these two billiard balls hit one another, but we've at least had some hints, some experience of things like this before. And only experience, he says, not just thinking about it, can show us why this is the case, because otherwise the effects would have to be either in or like their causes. Either it would have to be some part of that billiard ball itself and the motion that the second billiard ball moves, and that's crazy, or nearly that. And Hume doesn't think that either of those things are true. Here's Hume's chain of reasoning. He's going to say, well, what is it that grounds our reasoning about matters of fact, cause and effect? Right? We know matters of fact are true because we can experience certain things. So if I want to know that the sun's going to rise tomorrow, right? Why do I know it's going to rise tomorrow? Well, I can look at cause and effect, right? What are the sorts of things that cause the sun to rise? Well, gravity, physics, all of that good stuff, right? These are all matters of fact, and they're based on cause and effect. So we need to ask a second question. What is it that grounds our reasoning about cause and effect? Well, this is what grounds our reasoning about cause and effect. It's experience, right? I only know cause and effect is the case because I've seen it happen or seen things like it happen before. Here's the important third question, and here's where cause and effect gets in trouble. What is it that grounds our reasoning about experience? How do I know my experience is trustworthy? I don't really know anything. Right? Hume's going to say nothing can make this certain. And here's an example he wants to give. Think about bread, right? Think about just sort of average white, French bread, Italian bread, white bread, whatever you want to think about. It's sort of whitish, right? Tannish. It has a certain texture, taste, smell, whatever the loaf of bread you're picturing, just picture that. So we know lots of sense data about it, right? Color, taste, texture, smell, all these good things. But it also has what Hume calls causal powers, right? It's not only the case that bread looks a certain way, tastes a certain way, smells a certain way, it also has certain effects on us, right? Cause and effect. When I eat bread, it provides nutrition. How do I know that this happens? I can't tell from the sense data, right? I could make something that looks exactly like bread, smells exactly like bread, feels exactly like bread that wouldn't be nutritious, right? It could be a really amazing plastic. The only way I can know that this bread is going to nourish me is by actually trying some. And even then, Hume's going to say, I only know bread is nutritious on the basis of individual loaves of bread. Right? Here's the sort of crazy thing he's going to say. When I try some bread, all I know is, well, hey, look, it turned out well. This particular loaf of bread, piece of bread, bite of bread, was nutritious. Does that mean that the next bite is going to be nutritious? Well, I don't know, right? I can't tell by just looking at it. Can't tell by hearing it, seeing it, tasting it, smelling it. I can only tell by experience. I can only tell by experience after the fact. So here's the troublesome circular argument when it comes to cause and effect. Here's a question. Why should I expect the sun to come up tomorrow? Well, here's a pretty good answer, right? It's always come up in the past, right? Every single day the sun comes up. Okay. Here's a new question. Why should I trust what's always happened in the past, right? Why is that decent answer good enough? Well, it's not a necessary condition, right? It's not a relation of ideas, because it's not a logical contradiction that the sun doesn't come up. It's just a matter of fact. So, why should I trust? Why should I trust that what's always happened in the past will keep happening? Well, it's always happened in the past that whatever happens in the past keeps happening. But wait, I just give the very same justification, right? I can't say, why does that work? Because it's already true, right? That's circular. I need to have an independent reason beyond just, well, it's always worked in the past, to trust what's always worked in the past. And Hume says we don't have one when it comes to cause and effect. So can I guarantee the sun's going to come up tomorrow? Well, no. Right? All I know is that it always has in the past. And I know that in the past, what's happened in the past tends to keep happening. But I have no reason to be certain that it still will. So why should I trust cause and effect to work? Well, the matter of fact is it's always worked in the past. But why should I trust that matter of fact that it's always worked in the past? Because it's worked in the past has always worked in the past. But why should I trust that what's always worked in the past has always worked in the past will keep working, right? I can just keep on going down. It's always worked in the past, that it's always worked in the past, that it's always worked in the past, that it's always worked in the past. This is going to get us nowhere, right? We're in trouble. We'll see how to get out of it soon.